talking as couples do when they watch shows. And I was like, God damn it, they did it again. And she was like, did what? I was like, they made the fucking villain fucking sympathetic.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of Two Guys One Whoop. I'm your host, Brandon Comics. He's my host, Elfuzzzo. Okay, good.
Oh man, that was fast. Fast as fuck, boy. That was awesome. But so how are you on this fine Saturday evening?
Not bad. I just
Good.
kind of got back from fucking spending too much money at Target, and I went out to eat. How about you?
Uh, I spent too much money today, but it was for a good cause. The wife got on a hardcore cleaning kick. She wanted to deep clean everything, but then she went above and beyond and made me go out and buy a carpet cleaner.
A carpet cleaner?
Carpet cleaner. So watched her clean a good section of the upstairs carpet. And let me tell you, man, if you ain't never used a carpet cleaner on your carpets, fucking don't, because it just grosses you the fuck out.
Oh, yeah. It's scary.
Dude.
It's
crazy.
definitely scary.
Yeah. But yeah. So that's basically all I've done today is we cleaned and we had some dinner and we watched episode 3 of Loki.
Ooh, what'd you think?
I don't know, man.
Are we doing spoilers now?
Yeah, fuck them. We're doing spoilers this week. We're 3 episodes in. We're doing spoilers at this point. Dude, I'm not sold on this show yet. It's starting now to get exciting, but like
I thought of you immediately when I figured something out.
I bet you did. Because it's funny that you say that because we were sitting there and we were watching episode 3 today. And we were, talking as couples do when they watch shows. And I was like, God damn it, they did it again. And she was like, did what? I was like, they made the fucking villain fucking sympathetic. She was like, well, she's not technically the villain. I was like, that's the light that she was fucking painted in.
See, I kind of see that, but it all depends on how you look at it.
Okay.
This is how I've always viewed it. I found it funny. Have you seen the Hunger Games? Shit.
I actually have not.
Okay, fine. I'll use. Okay. Have you seen Star Wars?
Yeah. Yes.
Depending on how you look at it, Luke Skywalker is a fucking villain.
Dude, you could have just said Karate Kid.
Sure, we can use that as an example. That fucking Russo is the bad guy.
Is the bad guy.
If you think of
no.
Because
yeah, you're right. Okay.
Because the whole fucking timekeepers and shit.
Right. They seem like they're going to turn out to be the big baddie of the show.
Like the Matrix. I think actually the Matrix is the most perfect mind fuck.
Okay.
That there is.
I would say probably Inception.
I'm going to still stick with the Matrix, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So, you have the real world, which is like the
every
real
day. Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about so in the Matrix you have your life.
Right.
And the buildings and everything, and you're just fucking plugged in.
Yeah.
Ignorance is bliss.
Exactly.
And you can experience driving an awesome car, eating awesome food, fucking going on dates, banging other dudes, banging other women at your heart's content, whatever you want.
True.
Then you have the real world, the untapped, which is in caves and you're eating slop.
Right.
And you're like, oh, the machines are very bad. But then you watch the one. I'm not even gonna say spoiler alert because it's so fucking old.
The Matrix.
Do you remember what the robot says to Neo as to why that happened? Because they protect man, and man was going to eliminate themselves. Like men can't be trusted.
Right.
So are they actually preserving human life, or are they villains?
That's a good question, dude. It's been so long since I've seen the Matrix.
And
I guess technically, depending on the side of the fence. Well, I mean, you can put that in the fucking the perils of real life, though, because in our everyday lives, something happens in the world. Half the world thinks it's good, half the world thinks it's bad. So, I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, it depends on what side of the fence you stand on, really. So that
So
makes
like,
sense with
yeah, like your
Lady
life.
Loki.
You
Yeah.
have your wife, you have your
Hmm.
kid, you love them
Yep.
very much, you have your home, you have your job, you have your car. This is your life.
Right.
And there's people out there that are the untapped
Right.
that want to fucking unplug you without your consent.
Exactly. So
So
they
you
would
can eat slop,
technically, yeah. So they would technically be the bad guys in that
right?
story. Yeah, you're
So,
right.
like I
Actually, holy
said,
shit.
so this other Loki, okay, which nobody, she doesn't want to be called Loki, but
I I'm still
is
not
she?
sold that she's a Loki.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, but I'm not sold, especially after this newest episode.
How it shows that the people that work for the timekeepers actually have fucking no idea that they're variants themselves.
Exactly. Well, not even just that, but
So
she keeps using a certain term. She uses a certain term over and over and over again whenever she's on screen, which makes me think she's a different character. So I guess we'll see, though.
I just brought to, yeah, you know what? I feel that this is now a Marvel ripoff of the Matrix. I just connected that in my head now.
Okay. Now,
In a weird way.
because the timekeepers are
Run everything. Everything's run.
so
Everything's pre-planned,
technically,
determined, everything.
so in this analogy, though, the timekeepers are the untapped.
No, the timekeepers are the robots.
Okay, the
I'm gonna
timekeepers are the
keep calling them
robots.
robots, by the way, just
I,
because
I
it's
love
drama.
it. Ribbits.
And the people, the
But
variants are the regular folk that are tapped in.
okay.
And then you have this lady that comes along that's fucking Morpheus.
Take the red pill, Neo. Or in this
Yeah.
case, Loki. But yeah, no, that I mean it's not very far of a reach,
They did something awesome though that I really, really liked.
which was
Loki basically his whole character flaw is that he was so offended and so upset that that Thor was so favored.
right.
And then he was really angry to find out that he was adopted. Right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's when we get the I call it the motherfuck Loki. He motherfucks everybody.
Yeah.
I hate everybody. I want to just fucking dominate the world and destroy everything because I'm mad and I'm not even this and I was adopted and I'm angry and fuck everybody.
So he's the emo kid of the MCU.
Well, I mean, there's so many though. Remember we did an entire episode based on that.
That is
But
true.
so I found it amazing,
Mhm.
and this is what I'm starting to like a lot. Is
Okay.
they're really having his character now come more full circle rather.
Okay.
He gets this like he gets hit in the feelers when he's watching the projection of what had happened. He sees
Yeah.
that Thor was actually his brother, who he's always fucking at each other's throat. Was like super fucking upset that he died. He got to
Yeah.
see that. He was reminisce of the moment that they shared when Odin passed on.
Right. He
He
was
saw,
also saw his fuck up,
yep,
which
led
led
led to
to
his
his
mother's death.
mother. Yeah.
And on this episode, he's talking about how his mother showed him magic and did all these like things, and he's like, you could see that's why fucking Tommy Boy is such an amazing actor,
Dude.
because to
Yeah.
me he nailed the whole like, oh yeah, she fucking and then like that quick like, huh, oh, she did show me this and she did that and she did love me and they were good to me, and it's kind of like that
Yeah.
internal struggle, and I really
Yeah.
really appreciate that he did that, and I really appreciate that Marvel did that. because there's a lot more to Loki than just the big douchebag. So,
well, see, and that's the thing that like I struggle with the character of Loki is because like I almost feel like he shouldn't be a bad guy. You
he's
know,
though. He's
right, but in literature, he in the beginning was painted big time, big bad. You
well,
know,
yeah, of course, but see, he's always. This is just, of course, always anything that we say on the show is always just our opinions. By the way, I don't need people coming at us like they do sometimes with, no, it's like this. In my
nah, I
opinion,
don't
how
care.
I viewed it as was that he's like the fucking annoyance, the nuisance. He's like
Okay,
a paper cut isn't going to send you to the hospital, but a paper cut is the most painful pain in the world.
yeah, agreed.
For that,
Okay, yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
So
okay.
he's not really a bad guy, and I
Mhm.
love that they fucking opened him up wide on that
Yeah.
when he basically returns and there's Owen Wilson and he's like, oh, you came back and blah blah blah, and he has that whole thing and he basically admits it. He goes, I actually don't like killing. This is like a facade. This is a
Right.
facade because I am a scared little boy because I never felt acceptance, and I'm supposed to be this way, and people are supposed to view me as this and etc.
All I can say about this though is like even though it's taken me a while to get into the show because it for some reason, man, like it's just taken me a minute to get there. Episode 3 started pulling me a lot harder. But when I started episode 3, we paused it like 3 or 4 times because we were doing other shit, and like that's kind of how I can feel if I'm super excited to watch something or not. Like, because if I'm super excited to watch something, I won't even start the shit until everybody's got their snacks and
Of
everybody's got
course.
their drinks. Like, you're not getting the fuck up when I press play. I'm not pausing this shit. But like by the end of the episode, I was like, oh man, like I really want to see where the fuck this is gonna go.
Well, a
But
lot of that has to do with you being a DC guy too,
oh, I
and
think
and
so.
and you don't have much exposure
No, I
to
don't.
the character of Loki. Like I
Right.
know you love Thor now, but because
Oh
you
yeah.
read Thor. But like Loki? I think Loki maybe. Oh, jeez, you read God of Thunder volumes 1 and 2, and
Right.
Loki wasn't even in that.
No, he wasn't anywhere near that. That was all
So
just basically Thor and Gore. And never mind. I don't want to spoil it for people. So, but
Thor, Gore, and
I,
Whore.
Thor, Gore, Horror, Jor, and but like it's funny for me though because the wife is super into the Marvel side of things because of the movies. So like every
Of course.
time somebody pops on screen, she's like, "Who's that? Why does this dude act like this? Is this dude like this?" And I'm like, "Fuck, man, I don't know." I was like, "Give me a second, I'll text somebody." Because like,
Listen, this guy did his research, man, and that's what I have to fucking admire about Tom. This guy actually
mm,
picked up fucking comic books and
yeah,
actually read the character. Because if you show his from his inception in the MCU
yeah,
until last night, well, I don't, I watched it last night.
yeah.
Wednesday's new episode 3.
Mhm.
The fucking character development that he did is so aligned so properly from way back Kirby days until
Yeah.
fucking Vote for Loki.
Oh, really? So,
Yes, this guy
so he's
he had to have
yeah.
read everything because it's just like I said this. You quote me. Let's go back. I don't know what fucking 30 episodes or whatever. And I said that probably the most matched character I've ever seen on any comic book movie is
It's Logan.
is Hiddleston as Loki.
Yeah,
And I
you have
stand by
said
that.
that.
And that was before the show even came out. And this just
Right.
completely fucking cemented it more for me.
Yeah. Dude, like I said, Hiddleston's a fucking beast. I think the only thing I'm sad about is that he is Loki, and I don't get to see him as either. I would love to see him as the Riddler because I
Oh
think he'd
yeah.
knock that fucking role out of the park, and I would also like to see him as Jarvis Tech. I would love to see that dude as Mad Hatter. Like I would fucking lose my shit. But obviously, it's never going to happen because Disney ain't never going to stop paying this motherfucker at this point.
No.
And
Call me crazy, and it's not just because of the stupid Wonderland movies. I want to see Johnny Depp, man.
Johnny Depp
as
is
the Hatter.
the Riddler.
No,
Oh,
the
it's
Hatter.
Mad Hatter. Oh yeah, dude. He might if he doesn't get too deppy with it. Yeah, like I think it'd be well. Okay, hold on. I take that back. If he doesn't get too Burton-y, he'd probably fucking knock it out because like I feel that he does much better when Tim Burton is not directing him.
Yes and no. I think he's like built for Burton movies, but that's just kind of like it's recycled at this point. Way recycled.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I agree with that. But see, like, I'm also very excited to see how Paul Dano pulls off Riddler and the new Batman because I know a lot of people probably really don't know much from Paul Dano, but if you go back and you watch a movie called Little Miss Sunshine,
oh, I love that movie.
Dude, he plays the suicidal brother, and he is fucking unreal because like you're not supposed to laugh at his character, but like he does such a good fucking job that like he makes you
tragic
feel
comedy.
shit. Dude, but he makes you feel the fucking deepest feels, and then like he says some goofy ass suicidal shit, and you're just like, oh.
And it's okay to laugh at that because that's how it was written, by the
exactly.
way. So,
well, the whole fucking I mean, if you really think you break the whole fucking movie down, it's miserable. It's a miserable family.
Yeah.
Like everybody in that family is fucking awful. But they wrote it in such a way that it's funny as fuck. But then again, I also feel that a movie like that you probably couldn't release today.
Probably not. But
my two cents.
I do need to ask. We touch base on this before we hit record. Mm-hmm. I thought of you immediately, man, because I feel it in my bones. I feel it, and I was just like, oh, come on, Fuzz.
I don't make this shit happen.
I know.
I don't make it happen. I think people that write movies just know it's going to piss me off. I think that's what it is.
Because when I saw that, I was like, huh.
Yeah. Sure fuck is.
They might do it.
Dude, they're going to fucking do it.
Are we going to tell everybody what we're talking about?
Those two are going to get together. Fucking Loki and Sylvie, they're going to get together. It's going to fucking happen because fucking that's what we got to do.
Or at the very least, it's just going to be nonstop fucking sexual and love tension.
Exactly.
That's what Marvel does. It's either here's a love story or here's something that's very, very close to it.
If just one goddamn superhero movie and or show, I don't give a fuck. If any person that writes this shit could be like, hey, we're going to have a guy and a girl and they're strictly platonic, the whole series, I would shit my pants.
Oh, what about Superman and Wonder? Oh, wait, no. What about Batman and Wonder? No, Batman and Catwoman, no.
Exactly.
DC does it too.
You see that? Dude, it's
actually, Tom King fucking did all that shit, and then he decided to do, I guess one day he was like, oh, I write too much lovey shit, so fuck you, wedding is off.
Fuck this.
Tom King got fucking annoyed.
I still don't think that was his call.
They really did a bad job then backing him up on that then. Because they left the fuck out to dry. He took all the fucking flack for that.
I know he did, but...
And that was a lot of flack, dude. That shit cost, like, shops money.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
People that weren't able to pick up the book on that Wednesday, and they fucking canceled it. And there's events, and even people trying, like, this is ridiculous. I mean, this is ridiculous. But there's people that actually planned their fucking wedding to happen on that Wednesday, to cosplay as the both of them, and they got married for that reason, and then they read the fucking issue.
Look, okay, I'm sorry.
I know.
I am of the ilk. There are things in superhero mythos that just don't happen.
I know.
Characters don't stay dead. It doesn't fucking happen. Batman can't be happy. Just doesn't happen. If it happens, it's an Elseworld story. It lasts one fucking issue. Just like Superman being the bad guy. It's an Elseworld story, and it lasts one issue because there ain't no way that DC is ever going to greenlight, bad Superman right now.
Excuse me. They should have let it happen, though, man. I'm
They
sorry.
should have.
Whether they should just let it happen because, and they could have just had a really fucking dysfunctional marriage.
Oh,
and
it would
then
have been fantastic.
that would have made it even more realistic.
Exactly. Because then, Batman would have been all up in the cave, like trying to solve a case, and she would have been like, "Hey, we got dinner plans," and he's like, "Ah, damn it, I'm trying to find out the fucking serum, the Joker serum," and she's like, "I got sandwiches," and he's like, "Ah, god damn, I'm trying to watch fucking
They should have let it happen.
BCTV."
They should have let it happen, and they should have not let King take the full fucking ride for that.
I mean, that is big company run of the mill shit, though. That's like corporate America run of the mill shit. The big company makes the piss poor decision, and that motherfucker's
DC makes a lot of piss poor decisions.
Oh my god, they've been making piss poor decisions for years.
DC Collectibles gone.
Fucking
what's his name? Gone. The hottie, a Superman. Henry Cavill gone.
He's not 100% gone yet.
That dude, if that guy, I swear to God, I have a lot of respect for him. If he I'm sorry, I love him as Superman. I do. 100%.
If he goes back now after all that shit, I that guy has no balls. And then that to me just means this dude is all about money.
I don't know how true it is, but there's a rumor he's supposed to be in Black Adam. Which doesn't make any sense to me, but we'll go with it.
Listen, I'm about putting egos aside and not having too much pride, but there's a difference between putting an ego aside because you think that like you're just not getting paid enough money to do this character and you're fucking the fan base and fucking the people that make you famous by going to see your movies and supporting you. That's you not putting your ego aside. But you wanting to work with and you wanting to try and you're trying to figure it out and they're just fucking you repeatedly multiple times and it was dragged out through the media. They made you look like a douchebag. That's not an ego. That's just you protecting like your image.
Exactly.
Because to me now, if he goes back, it's a money grab, and I don't like that.
I
know that there's gonna be people out there that disagree with me. I can't wait to see in the comment section, Sam.
I don't want to see him leave as Superman, but like at this point, like he's been fucked around so many times that it's just kind of like, you might just want to walk away, bub.
Dude, look at it this way. It's like if your job fired you for something that you didn't do. Your job fires you for something that you didn't do. They motherfuck you for 2 months. And then they call you and be like, "Hey, man." And you're like, yes. Like,
I mean, depending on the situation, I understand. I'm a dad, man, so if I couldn't get a fucking gig anywhere.
Okay. It's fucking Henry Cavill.
Dude, I know. Trust me, it's Henry Cavill. It's not my
That
fucking
guy doesn't have to work another day
ass.
in his life. And as long as he's not partying hard every day, he's keeping that money. That money's enough to last a lifetime.
Dude, he's probably got so much Netflix money that he probably doesn't even need to do anything else. He's got Witcher money. He's got that Enola Holmes movie.
Witcher.
Have you watched Enola Holmes?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I thought it was all right. I thought it was weird. But it was one of those Sunday afternoon watches, and I was like, it wasn't bad. It was weird to be like, to hear about the Sherlock family after reading Sherlock Holmes books during my entire youth. I'm like, wait, there wasn't a brother, there wasn't a sister, there wasn't a mom.
They made shit up, and they nerfed him as Sherlock Holmes too. They kind of made him. I didn't like they made him like so douchey.
Well, they made him douchey, and they made the younger girls smarter. And it's like, look, I'm all about youth power. I'm all about women power. I'm all about power.
But that's Sherlock Holmes. That's a child.
Right. And this motherfucker's been doing this for how long? At this point, because his sister's like, 16? So we're going to assume that Holmes is fucking 30s. And he's been solving crime since he was her age. Come fuck on, man. Fuck out. You ain't fooling that motherfucker.
I know that really irritated me. And then you know what? I'm gonna just say whoever wrote that, they're the moop this week.
Fuck yes.
I don't know. Like I'm all about it, but it's just, and I'm sorry, this is gonna be a controversial statement, but it's there's a lot of fucking pandering going on lately,
Oh
and
my god, yeah.
things need to be earned. And I'm gonna say that this also draw it back. This is gonna probably make me sound like a fucking asshole. Well, a lot of things make me sound like an asshole. It's like right off the rip, you take a character that's been around for years and years and years and years and years, and this is the smartest person in the Marvel universe.
Right.
And oh no, all of a sudden we're gonna make the friend of a devil dinosaur, Lunella Lafayette, the smartest person at fucking 9 years old in the entire Marvel universe just because we can. And it's like,
Right.
how about you take her character, which is an awesome character. I love fucking Devil Dinosaur, actually. I like the character of Lunella Lafayette.
Right.
Why not fucking maybe have her work with some of these other people, and then she bypasses them in like a year?
Because you know, you gotta
Just
come out
right
the
off
gate.
the rip. Right off the
Gotta
rip.
come out the gate, man. Well, dude, I mean, it's I don't know. I do have an Amanda this week, though.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, before I forget, I do.
I'm
So we spent before we watched Loki today. We spent time watching a bunch of these Netflix reality shows. Like there was one show where these three people apparently go to these exotic vacation spots. Like they go to three different exotic vacation spots. One is stupid expensive, like for celebrities. The next one's like a step up, like higher class people, and then the other one's like a budget place. Anyhow, so we watched this shit, and I'm like, this is fucking weird. But they did one on private islands. And apparently there is this stupid ass private island that you can rent. That it's just you on this island with an entire staff that cooks for you, cleans for you, does all this weird shit. So I'm going to go out on a limb here. And I'm going to say, if you fucking rent out an island for you and your family, and you don't hang out with the people that fucking work there, because I had this whole thing planned out of what I would do if I rent an island. I would tell the staff to not work at all. I would be like, dude, we're going swimming, we're going jet skiing, the whole fucking staff's coming, because your bitch ass is already paid, because I paid $8 million to stay here for a fucking week. If you fucking rent a private island and you fucking treat the staff and people like that like shit, because I know people do it, I know people do that shit. You're Amanda.
Come on.
Because
Bill Gates doesn't tip.
Are you serious?
That's what they've always said. Or if he does tip, it's like super fucking like pennies.
Hold up. We're gonna revamp that Amanda. Bill Gates is
It's also funny because he rented out an island himself, so
by himself?
Yeah, he rented out some island and had like a bunch of cruise ships come on, and he like took he didn't want anybody on the island. I think it was for his honeymoon, and he paid for all the people that lived on that portion of the island to like stay on a fucking cruise ship. And fuck Bill Gates, man.
Oh, wow, I didn't know all this. Yeah, all right, Mr. Microsoft, you're this week's fucking Amanda. You fucking bag of shit. But nah, dude, like I had this whole thing planned out. I'll make this quick, but I had this whole fucking thing planned out where if I had enough money to rent an island, the entire time we're on that island, I ain't wearing clothes.
Okay.
Not wearing clothes, not one time. She's like, but there's staff there. I was like, I don't give a shit. I just paid this money for this fucking island. Everyone's got to stare at my shit. I don't care. I'm rich.
That's right.
So I've come to the conclusion that if I ever like become rich, I'm not wearing clothes anymore.
That's fine. And in fact, I'm going to give that entire visual in my head that you just gave me two Goody wows. Wow. Wow. There. Two Goody wows.
Two Goody wows, and I think that's going to wrap it up for this week.
Yes, it is. So remember, kids, pay close attention. Ready? If you're ever in doubt